Hey, this is George G. Welcome to George G's Room of Rock. And you wanted the best, and you got the best. Today we're going to do ranking the studio albums. My favorite band, Kiss. Or Gene says, Kiss. Got to do it in the Gene way. So, anyway, my Kiss journey began 39 years ago, which is crazy. That's a long time to be into a band, but I'm sure people have the same stories with other bands. And that's not even as long because it's how long Kiss has been around. But I wasn't the Kiss as a little kid. I actually stayed scared of me as a kid. Their album cover I was scared of them as a little kid. But I mean, my musical thing with them, it started music before that was stuff like my mom listened to. She listened to Elvis and Chuck Berry and the Beach Boys and stuff like that, which I do like, still like that stuff. But that's how my music journey began. And I used to have 45s of Don Henley and John Cougar, which again, I like that stuff too. And I actually loved the band. Used to love the band. One of my favorite band before Kiss and all these other bands were Men Without Hats, Safe Dance and all that. Oh, it's knocked up off the wall. So that was one of my favorite bands right there back in the day. And then my sister used to watch some dance show. I don't know what the dance show was called, but they showed the video for Lick It Up. And really liked it. So I went out and bought the tape, and here's my original cassette of Lick It Up. Way back when I bought it. And probably doesn't play anymore really well, but that's my first one I got. And that was it. I was like, wow, this is really good. I just love the music. It's a good album. Really liked it one a lot. So it really brought me on my journey to start. And my friend Mike, and by the way, Mike, this video is for you, my friend. He got me into it because we were out at the store. I think it was Harmony Hut or Sam Goody, I don't remember. And I said, what other Kiss album should I get, Mike? And he's like, we're going to get this one. Because if you like it, you're a fan. So I picked up this one, also cassette, original. It's Kiss Unmasked. And nothing like Lick It Up. But I liked it. I was like, it's different. It's good, a little poppier, but I liked it. It was good. So that was it. And I was like, he said, you're a fan then if you liked it. And then a couple months later, I think it was my birthday, he came over and got me a present. And he got me Creatures of the Night on LP, which is actually hanging on my wall over here. You can't see it. And I loved that. It was great. Of course, it's a fantastic album. And next day we went out to the record store again. He goes, you have to get this one. If you like this one, you're a true fan. And it was Music from the Elder. And I like that one too. Totally different than all the other albums. Totally different than Unmasked, even Creatures, and Lick It Up. And I was like, wow. And I like that one too. And that was it. I became an instant fan. And that was it. That brought me on my journey here of all this stuff in the room here. All these CDs, all this heavy metal and hard rock and all this stuff started with Kiss. So I'm going to go through my ranking from my least favorite to my favorite. I'm not going to include the solo albums. I'm not going to include this one either, which is Kiss Killers. I'm not going to include this one. But this is a good compilation. Just like 4 new songs on it. The 3 songs on it that are really good, and there's one that's okay. I'm a Legend Tonight, Down on Your Knees, Nowhere to Run are fantastic. Partners in Crime is okay. But anyway, we're going to go through the albums, and we have 20 albums to go through. And and again, I like all the albums. They're Kiss. I love them. I don't care. People can make fun of the Kiss. Either you like Kiss or you don't like Kiss. I understand that. I respect that. But if you like this, you're like, oh my God, I can like it. I like them. I can't help it. You can't help what you like, what you don't like. So we're going to go through these. Starting by number 20 is their 1997 release, and that's Carnival Souls. And this one, it's their grunge record, as they call it. A little different than what they were doing in the previous album, which was Revenge. I thought they was better with that one, but again, it's got good songs. Hate is a great song. Rain, Master and Slave. The Paul songs here are great. The Jungle is fantastic. In the Mirror. And I love the Bruce Kulick song, I Walk Alone. I think it sounds very, not Ace-like, but that's what it kind of gives me the vibe of. Only song he ever sang on his album, but it's good. It's just not great. But that's my number 20 for that one. My number 19 is their 2000, I think it's 12 or 11. I always forget if it's 2012 or not. 11. That's Monster. Again, it's good. It's at least they're good with what they've been doing with these, and it's got good songs on it too. It's not great. It's not as good as the previous one. This was kind of dark to see, but Hell Hallelujah is good. Wall of Sound. Back to the Stone Age, Shout Mercy, Last Chance. They're good songs. It's not great, but they're good songs. One thing I do like about this one is I think it shows more of Tommy Thayer on this one. It's more of his style guitar playing than trying to copy Ace. The previous one, which is spoiler alert, it's the next one. He tries to do much Ace stuff. You can listen to the solos on that one. On this one, it's more like him. And for all those, I'm not thrilled about them Kiss putting Tommy and Eric and Ace and Peter's makeup, but that's their decision. And I've met Eric Singer and I've met Tommy Thayer, and they're both really, really nice guys. And let's face it, if Kiss offered you money and you could play like that, you're going to be in the band, you're going to put on the makeup or pay this amount of money, you do it too. You know, so you can't blame them. But anyway, that's my number 19. My number 18 again was, like I said, is 2009, I believe, or is Sonic Boom. This one grew on me a lot. I like this one a lot more than I used to. And Modern Day Delilah is one of the best songs they put out at this point in like 10, 11 years. It was just a fantastic song. Russian Roulette, Never Enough, Stand, Hot and Cold, All for the Glory is good. When Lightning Strikes is really good. I mean, it's one time he thinks and it sings, and the previous one he sings the song on this one, Out of This World. To me, it's just the same song, and they just did it again on Monster. It's kind of, to me, it sounds like the same song, same kind of thing. But I think the one he did in this one's better, and it's a good album. I actually have the autograph of Tommy and Eric up there, which you can't see. Maybe one day I'll show if I get a room tour thing, if anyone cares, I'll show that. But you can't see all the stuff in my room, all the Kiss stuff. I have a Kiss rug on the bottom here, autographs. There's a jacket back there, which I'll show you one day. My sister actually painted a Eric car. Rest in peace, Eric. You were the man. Anyway, I'll show that next time. Anyway, I'm losing track here. So anyway, that's number 18. Number 17 is 1980. Gotta lose track here. 88. What's the 87 or 88? Is Crazy Nights. It's a good one. They're more slickly produced. Ron Nevison produced it, and it's a lot more slicker. Not maybe too slick, too many keyboardy. But again, I like the song Crazy Nights. Bang Bang You is silly, but I like it. Hell or High Water. No 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 is a great song. Great intro by Bruce Kulick, who was a great addition to the band when he joined back in 2 years before this. It's really an excellent song. Turn Up the Night is another fantastic song on this one. The ballad Reason to Live is pretty good too. Thief of the Night, another good one I like. So that's my number 17 for that one. Number 16 is 1989's Hot in the Shade. The last one with Eric Carr on it. And again, it's good. I guess because of the last Crazy Nights was so polished, they decided not to be a little more raw. It's a little more raw, more, I guess, demo-y kind of sounding in some ways. But I picked this more over to Crazy Nights because it's got good songs. Half the songs, or most songs are good. Some songs are just throwaways. Rise to It is great. Betrayed is okay. Cadillac Dreams I always liked on this. Silver Spoon I always liked. It's a good song. And what do you call it? Little Caesar, the song that Eric Carr sings on. This is the second time singing vocal. The first time he did it on the Smashes, Thrashes, and he re-sings Beth, which he does a good job with it too. Don't get me wrong, he's got a great voice. I like it too. Not as good as the original, but Little Caesar is a great song. The Street Take It Away, another really good one. King of Hearts I like. And Boomerang is so heavy. It's the song. Something I read something that Gene Paul hates the song, but I think it's one of the best, probably one of the best songs on the album. Forever, the ballad is a fantastic ballad, written with Paul Stanley and Michael Bolton. But then there's like the songs I hear that I like I said, Betrayed and Prisoner of Love and Read My Body is just awful. It's just awful. It's just a silly, awful song, in my opinion, anyway. So anyway, that's my number 16. Number 15 is the reunion album, and that is, if you can see it, comes as a thing here, is 1998's Psycho Circus. Here they are reunited with Paul, Gene, Ace, and Peter. Although it's kind of deceiving because I think there's only one track they're all playing on together, that they're all playing instruments on. Because Peter's only on his own on Into the Void, right, with Ace singing. Which is a great song. At least you got something out of it. They do sing all together on We're One. I mean, sorry, not We're One. You Wanted the Best. We Are One is another Gene song, which is a good song. Circus is a great song on here. Within is a fantastic Gene song. Love that song. It's one of the best songs he wrote. So most songs they're good. It's not a super great album. I appreciate the album. Raise Your Glasses is good. Pledge Allegiance to the State of Rock and Roll is good. Dreamin' is, I heard he got Alice Cooper said something or sued him or something because it sounds like it does sound like an Alice Cooper song. And this one has my version has a couple extra tracks, and it's got an extra disco live stuff. But the extra track is In Your Face, which is sung by Ace, the great song by Ace. I love Ace. And written by Gene, which is weird that he wrote a song for Ace. But that's on that one. Anyway, so that's my number 15? 16. Right? Yep, 16. Wait, hold on. I'm losing track. Yeah, that's it. 15. Wait. Oh, man. I get so sidetracked sometimes. Yeah, 15. This is my number 14 then, which is 1980s Unmasked. Like I said, it's the one that I had bought, the second album I ever bought by Kiss. Very poppy, very different than Lick It Up and all that. And it was only a couple years between that and that. And so Is That You is a good song. Shandy is it's a good song. I don't care. I like Shandy. Talk to Me is great. Naked City is great. All the Ace songs I hear I love too. They're just all really good. So, it's this is so dark in here. Anyway, I know the songs like Torpedo Girl, You're All That I Want, one of my favorite songs on the album. It's good, and it's got some good songs. Two Sides of the Coin by Ace, another Ace song. This is a good one. I like this one. Number 14. Number 13 is 1985's Asylum. Silly cover. I do like that they did put like the original guys, like Paul's got the purple, Gene's got the red, Eric's got Peter's green, and Bruce has got Ace's blue. But the costumes were silly. This isn't kind of tank. So if you've seen the videos of them live, or the videos for the songs, that was the 80s. They really went over the top in this one. This one, they embraced the glam look like nobody's business. But King of the Mountain, great song, great track, great production. I love the drums on that one. Anyway, you slice it. Who Wants to Be Lonely? Tears of Falling. Love's a Deadly Weapon is one of my favorite songs on it. Freaking fantastic song. Radar Love, another great song. All Night. It's a silly song. It's okay. I used to like it more. I don't like it as much anymore. But yeah, that's my number 13. My number 12 is the controversial album at the time that no one liked or love it or hate, and I do like it, and that's 1981's The Elder, music from The Elder. And this one, again, is a concept album that Gene had loosely wrote a story on, which, but it's got great songs. The Oath, Escape from the Island, Dark Light is a great song. One of my favorite solos by Ace on Dark Light. Mr. Blackwell. It's different. It's got the little composy kind of stuff in it too. And the original one I had, the record I had, and the CD when it first came out, has a different track listing. It has The Oath and the side one, and World Without Heroes, which is another fantastic song. A nice acoustic song by Gene singing. And this one just goes in order, like I guess the way it's supposed to go in a storyline. But anyway, that is my number 12. My number 11 is 1984's Animalized. There's the guys back there. This is the only one with Mark St. John. Mark St. John also rest in peace. With Bruce Kulick does a couple guitar solos on, I think, on what do you call it? Lonely is the Hunter and Murder in High Heels. Those are good songs. I've Had Enough, Into the Fire. Heaven's on Fire is one of my favorite Kiss songs ever. Great. Then you got some silly Gene songs by Burn Bitch Burn. But that's Gene. Get All You Could Take is a great song. Called Thrills in the Night and Under the Gun, fantastic song. I love While the City Sleeps too. I think that's a great song. But yeah, number 11, Animalize. I mean, it's a good album. I think it was a good follow-up. It's more 80s sounding stuff. It looks silly. Gene's wearing a wig. because he cut his hair for do his movie thing, but he went nuts with that crap. That's my number 11. Top 10. Okay, is going to be 1979's Dynasty. You can see it behind. I got the record up there somewhere. If you guys can see it. But yeah, it's got the hit "I Was Made for Loving You" on it, which everyone knows that one. It's pretty popular. 2000 Man, great cover of the Rolling Stones song by Ace, sung by Ace. Sure Know Something. This is also the last album that Peter does drum and sing on, which is Dirty Living, which isn't a bad song. I like it. But the rest of the album is drumming with Anton Thing, who also did drum on the last one, on Unmasked. So he drums on that one too. There's no Peter. I just wanted to say that sort of, well, he's still in the band, but he wasn't. That time he was already gone in Unmasked. So anyway, he was still in the band this one. He just got something happened with that. They always say it's always kind of. I'm not going to go into that. But Charisma is a great Gene song. There's only 2 Gene songs on the album, which is freaking crazy. Which is this one and X-Ray Eyes, which are both great. Hard Times and Save Your Love by Ace, great songs. Magic Touch is a great underrated Paul song. But yep, that's my number 10. Number 9 is the debut. Great album, great debut. There you go. Very simple. Just black. That's why I always like this one with Lick It Up. When they first came up, Lick It Up, and this was such a, that was all white, and this was all Kiss was all black when they started. But of course, it's got all the classics on it. Strutter, Nothing to Lose, Firehouse, Cold Gin, Let Me Know, Rock and Roll, Let Me Know. I love the end tag. Let Me Know. The end of the song, and they just start playing that little riff, whatever. It's freaking phenomenal. Deuce, of course, 100,000 Years, and one of my favorite songs, Black Diamond. Love Black Diamond. The fade out to Black Diamond used to drive my mother nuts. She's like, that is the most annoying record you have. When it play and it slowed down, she hated that. So sorry, Mom. Anyway, and it's just a Kissin' Time, which is they made them do the song Kissin' Time didn't come out originally with Kissin' Time on, but later pressings were on it. Had Kissin' Time as a record company. So let's do this one, and we'll do a contest for kissing contest, and that's what they did that. But anyway, that's my number 9. Number 8. I should do this in the right order because I'm a. Yes, they did. Number 8. Maybe it's surprising that it's not as high as it is, but it's my list, and that is 1977's Love Gun. Not that I don't like it. I love Love Gun. It's a great album. And I Stole Your Love, Christine 16. Shocked me the first song Ace sang on the for Kiss, but they didn't write. They actually sang it. It's fantastic. Love Gun, again, it's one of the songs. Love Gun is one of those songs that I like it live. I don't need to hear it live anymore, but I do like the song on here anyway. Almost Human is great. Plastic Caster, and I actually like the cover. Then She Kissed Me. It's silly, but I actually like it. But yeah, Love Gun is another great. It's a great album. It's a classic. And they look great. They're covered by oh my God, I'm forgetting his name, and it's up there too. Wait. Oh my God, what's his name again? I can't remember his name. It's off top of my display. I can't remember his name. It's terrible. But anyway, I'll remember it in a second. But anyway, it's a great album. That's my number. Ken Kelly. That's it. Because he did like a couple Kiss albums. He did the Rainbow Rising album. He did a lot of the Manowar albums. Most of the Manowar album covers later. Great. Anyway, so there you go. That's my number 1, 2, 3. So we got a couple more left. That's my number 7. Number 6. That's my number 7. That's my number. This is number 7. Oh boy. It's 1991's Revenge. This was such a great return to form. It's just sad that Eric Carr couldn't sing on it. He was already gone. Again, rest in peace, Eric Carr. He's one of my favorites. I missed Eric Carr such a great. I wish I would have met him, but I never got to. But it's got Eric Singer did a fine job on this. And one of the first albums in a long, or I think ever, since they started, except for that Gene sang the first song, which is Unholy, fantastic. Take It Off, fantastic. Heart of Chrome. God Gave Rock and Roll to You is good. It's got a lot of Eric Carr singing on. You can hear his individual vocals on the in between parts, which is fantastic. Thou Shalt Not. Every Time I Look at You is great. I like that better than Forever, way better than Forever. That's one that I really liked a lot. I Just Wanna, another great one. And then they had to end it with the little tribute, the tribute to the album to Eric Carr too, is Car Jam 81, which is basically Breakout from Ace Frehley's first solo album, Frehley's Comet. But with they took out their stuff and just put Aiden and Paul and Gene put their music on their own guitar and bass on it, but left Eric Carr's drum solo on it, which is fantastic. But yeah, so that's my number 7. Fantastic album. I wish they did more of this later on, but you know, it is what it is. My number 6 is 1976's Rock and Roll Over. This is the second album for the year, because remember, imagine bands putting out 2 albums in a year. That's unheard of now. They take like 5 years to put anything out, those bands out. Anyway, Rock and Roll Over, another great album cover. This is actually, which you can't see, is the rug in my room. You can't see it below me, but it's there. And of course, I Want You, Take Me, Calling Dr. Love, Ladies Room, Baby Driver is a great song. Love 'Em or Leave 'Em. I mean, they're all good. Making Love is my favorite song. I love See You in Your Dreams. I still like that one. The ballad Hard Luck Woman, Butch Peter sings, is great. This is just another drop dead classic. What can I say? It's such a great. I love the cover. You can spin it around, and all the guys can be featured. But yeah, that's my number 6. Number 5, sorry. Yeah, no, number 6. Yeah, number 6. Duh. Number 5 is 1974. Again, the second album for that year for them. After the first one is Hotter Than Hell. Another one that's just, it's so muddy and heavy. This to me is their heavy metal album of the 70s. This is their Sabbath sounding album because it's got so many heavy songs. I mean, Got to Choose, Parasite, Watching You, the title track Higher Than Hell, Strange Ways, which has got one of the greatest Ace Frehley guitar solos ever. That's what makes it so heavy. That's just that album. It's got the hits, Let Me Go Rock and Roll, which they're still playing. Let Me Go Rock and Roll, which is still playing in concert now. And Coming Home, another great song. And Going Blind, another famous one. Not one of my favorite songs by them, but still a good song. But yeah, Hotter Than Hell. That is my number 5. Just great album, great heavy album of the 70s, in my opinion. Excuse me. My number 4 is the album that got me into them. Lick It Up. And yes, Vinnie Vincent is wearing a wig, but Vinnie brought them back from the dead with this one, because when they took off the makeup, which is, you know, it was a big deal. Like I said back then, it's very stark white. I think that's perfect, because after all the colorfulness Kiss got over the years, they went to this. It's great. Exciter, the first track, is just absolutely fantastic. Vinnie's not playing on it. I think it was Rick Derringer, was it? Can't remember. Correct me if I'm wrong if you know. I always forget. I don't remember. It was not Vinnie playing it. His solo was too crazy for them. They didn't put it on there. But Not for the Innocents, great. Again, Lick It Up, of course. Young and Wasted. Give Me More. All Hell's Breaking Loose. Eric Carr wrote that, and they all co-wrote it together. Fantastic. A Million to One is a great ballad. Kind of a ballad. Fits Like a Glove. Dance All Over Your Face. And one of my favorite songs is End on the Eighth Day. But yeah, fantastic. Love it. Kiss Lick It Up. I wouldn't know what I found out how. If you guys listened when I was a kid, things I liked when I was a kid was superheroes, the Yankees, and Star Wars. Star Wars changed my world too. That's a totally different story. But Kiss eclipsed Star Wars. That's something. But they did, and this is what started it. So it's crazy though. But it's a great album. Fantastic. Love it. My number 3 is 1975's Dress to Kill. Love that. Then I got the negative and the side of it. People know these albums. These are nothing new. But again, it's such a short album. It is like 32 minutes long. And at the record I had, and the tape even, I have the cassette, they had such spacers in it, like so long, because they had to make the album seem longer. And it was just such a short album. But again, it's got Room Service, Two-Timer, Ladies in Waiting, Rock Bottom, Come On, Love Me. I mean, I can name them all. She is a fantastic song. And Love Her All I Can. Love Her All I Can and She were leftovers from the Wicked Lester days before they became Kiss. And Rock and Roll Night, the famous one, of course. And I actually, Rock and Roll Night, because again, it gets overplayed. I like the studio version of this better than the live version. I do like the live one version, but if I don't have to hear it in a concert, I kind of skip it because it's overblown. But this is short and quick, and it's just really well done. And yeah, Dress to Kill, my number 3. That leaves 2 more. And the number 2 one is, and these are 2 of my favorite albums ever. So, Kiss, Creatures of the Night. Look at that cover. Ace doesn't play on the album, but he's on the cover, and that's a selling point, I guess, in the day. And they even changed the cover way back when for to hope they'd sell more records, because this one didn't sell well, because Kiss is pretty much dead in the water by this point. The concerts weren't selling and anything, but this is heavy metal Kiss album. Creatures of the Night, Saint and Sinner. Come on, Keep Me Coming, another silly title, but great. Rock and Roll Hell, which Gene barely wrote that. He's trick credit, but he finally admitted he only wrote like 1 or 2 lines in a song. But it's still a great song. I Still Love You is a great song. I Love It Loud. War Machine is fantastic. I mean, it's just heavy Kiss and Creatures of the Night. Come on. People that said the drum sound is Michael James Jackson, who produced it, not that Michael Jackson. Michael James Jackson, the producer, produced this and Lick It Up, and he did a great job. Rest in peace, Michael James Jackson, too. Did a great job on this. And Creatures of the Night, yeah, love that one. And my number 1, of course, if anyone's keeping count, is 1976's Destroyer. This is just, I just love this album to death. I know people are like, oh, most people like that, but this is what I like. I guess if I could listen, this is it. I love the cover. Love the album. Detroit Rock City is my favorite song. My favorite song ever by anybody. King of That World, God of Thunder. Great Expectations. I never used to like. Now I like it. Flame and Youth. Sweet Pain is great. Shout Out Loud. Beth is a great ballad. Do You Love Me? It's just. To me, it's one of the. To me, it's a perfect album. That's my opinion. I don't care what anyone think. If you don't think it is, that's fine. But this is it for me. Kiss Destroyer is my number 1. And that's it. I can't say much more. It's just I love Kiss. I love the band so much. I thank them so much for just their music just brings you to a good happy place. You know, I mean, it's just so important to me. And I got into them, and they just helped me on the journey to turn into all these other crazy bands I listen to, all these hard rock, all this metal, all this everything. They started it, and bands still say how much they influenced them. And they definitely just made a big impact on my life at a young age, you know. But anyway, that's my ranking. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed doing it. And till the next time, just, but by the way, if you like what you see, please like and subscribe. And if you like what you see, leave a comment on the bottom. If you like the band, like my ranking, don't like the band, that's fine. If you don't like the band, I'm not going to say nothing, because that's your opinion. I understand. But it's great. Anyway, till next time, guys. Keep rocking metal alive.